Everybody, and happy September. We're back with another goals update. We'll jump right in. So we'll start with our financial goals as usual. Race became reemployed in February of 2018, so that one is done. Save 50% of our income. We've actually saved 78% of our income so far this year. We had a couple lesser months. April was pretty bad. It was tax season, and June we didn't save as much, but we made up for that, kind of balanced out in July. We actually saved more money than we brought in, so obviously some of that was rollover from June. In August we saved about 80%, so we've been doing really well. We've been cutting back on a lot of things I shouldn't say we've been cutting back. We've been really focused in on saving, so we are on track for that. We're actually above track. I don't know how you want to say that. We're doing really well with that. Dividend income changes. We are not on track for that right now. We wanted to increase our dividend income by 25%. However, we are looking at only a 19% increase overall. This is still really good because if you have been following, we actually switched from investing to trying to pay off our house. So that's why our dividends haven't increased as much as we would have liked. However, now that we have paid off our house, yay, that should have been a goal on here. I can't believe that I didn't put that on here because that's a pretty major thing. But now that we've done that, hopefully we will be able to increase this dividend, expected dividends a little bit. However, this late in the year, there might only be one more dividend payment, or we might have missed it, the cutoff date for the year. So that increase will actually go to next year. So we might not hit this goal this year, but 19% is still a pretty major increase. Increase our net worth by 14%. We're at just under 20% right now with our predicted net worth increase. If markets don't fall apart here and just kind of stay steady, we should be at about 24% increase. So I'm very pleased by that. Way better than we were expecting. A lot of that came from paying down the house. Like I said, that's definitely like a surefire way to increase your net worth because it doesn't depend on the markets. It's just now we don't have a mortgage. Earned $2,000 in tutoring. I completed that in May of this year. As you can see, it's really slowed down over the summer. That may pick up in the fall here. I'm not sure how much I'm going to push on that, but I did achieve that goal. So that more than paid for our tickets to Rome, or you could say that paid for our trip to Mexico, however you want to put it. YouTube earned $15. We did do that. You can see it was $100 because we had easily made $100 last year. However, with the new monetization thing, it's been a lot harder to earn money on the blog. I also haven't been doing a great job putting up posts, but YouTube definitely earns more money than the blog. So if you're still with me right now and you haven't already, please hit subscribe. I would really love if you do that. Really appreciate it. We're getting close. We're almost at 800 right now. Please take the time to subscribe, and if you're interested, hit the bell. We would love you for it, and thank you for watching today. Sell $150 of Random Lily soaps. We did that. We supplied 2 different bridal showers earlier this spring, late winter, I guess. I didn't up that goal because I really wanted to focus on YouTube, but we did achieve that this year. Stay within our budget. We did do that again this month. We actually came in $18 under budget. A few items went over, but see a more detailed breakdown of our budget of living on under $2,400 a month and still being able to save a lot of money, which I think is a lot in this scenario where we saved over $500, earning only $2,400 in a month. So if you're interested in that, be sure to check out our budgeting video, which will be out shortly after this. Business goal. So business goals, we count YouTube as a business goal. We wanted to post 150 plus YouTube videos to our Thriftism channel. or Ashley Rowland as it appears on there. We only did 8 posts in August for a total of 69 posts so far this year. Not terrible, not where I'd like to see it, but hopefully I will be able to devote a little more time to that coming up. A lot of this is I've been really trying to get focusing on watch time, interacting with people, you know, the social channels of interacting back and forth, and that has really helped see the subscribers and the view time come up, but I will be focusing on putting up more content soon. The blog that goes with our YouTube channel, we wanted to do 52 blog posts. Right now we're sitting at 30, so again, not terrible, not where I'd like to be, but we're staying fairly decent, and again, I'd like to see those go up in the short term here, or in the long term, both term, I guess. YouTube, we originally this year we reached 200 subscribers. We surpassed that pretty quickly, so right now we're sitting at 799, or just under 800. So we changed that goal to be remonetizing YouTube. We're getting very close, as you can see. We're at just about 80% on both of those. So I'm hoping in the next couple months we can hit those goals and we'll achieve this. So really working hard towards that. Again, if you haven't already, consider subscribing. I would love you for it. Grow Twitter to 1,000 followers. We're at 1,244 right now. That's slowly creeping up. I haven't been watching that as much lately. Mostly, like I said, focused on YouTube at this point. Write guidebooks. I have not done that yet. Hopefully here I will have some time coming up that I will focus on trying to put those out. Thrifty Fit series, still haven't done this. Like I said, I wrote up an intro. I haven't filmed one yet. Someday I will make time to do this, or make room in my house to film the intro for this. Right now we've still been focusing on our siding project, which has been a marathon this summer. But this is still in my mind, still thinking about it. Math workbook, I haven't made much progress on this, but hopefully, again, I will be able to sit down and kind of schedule out time for each of these items. 52 videos to Roland Tutoring Channel. I did 0 in August. That hasn't really been a priority. I've been focused on growing our main YouTube channel. We do have 11 posts in 2018. I might try and do a few more videos. Otherwise, I have been putting more focus on growing our Facebook channel for this, to bring in new clients, and actually focused on interacting with clients. And a lot of my clients aren't coming from YouTube right now, probably because I don't have that many videos yet, but we'll just see. I'll try and do a few more videos on that coming up. Fitness goals. These are not the lose 10 pounds. We'll see. This summer has not been the most active summer. I have been working out, but also been stressful summer between jobs and everything else. So I'm not going to be too disappointed if I don't hit this, but we'll keep working towards it. Complete 130-day challenge. We did do that. This was a really awesome challenge. If you're new to the practice of yoga, or just new to working out, be sure to check this out. Yoga with Adriene is amazing. I'd recommend her honestly for all skill levels. I think she has more challenging stuff for those of you who are familiar, but this challenge was kind of a beginner one. So be sure to check her out if you're looking for a good challenge to do. Workout 4 times a week. Yes, I've been doing that, whether I've been walking a lot, like I said. I have been doing a few workouts. I found an app that's called Workouts for Women, I think. I've also done some of the Nike training ones. I haven't been overly consistent, but I have gotten in 4 days a week. That's why I think the weight loss thing is more of a stress thing and not necessarily the working out thing. But I'm hoping to start working out more here too. Mental goals. Read 6 self-improvement books. I haven't really made progress on these 2. I still have them. I'm still looking at them. I will make progress on these soon, I promise. My 6 additional books I'm making more progress on. I just actually finished The Dream Daughter. So if you watch my review on How to Walk Away, The Dream Daughter is another book that I actually got through that same program of She Speaks, where they send it to me to be part of an online book club. I actually read it in 6 days. I wasn't planning to, but it was a really good book. I will have a video review of that coming out. So we're not quite done with Inferno. Like I said, we're reading that together. So we're still working on that one. But 4 out of 6, or 3 3/4 out of 6 isn't too shabby. Attend church every month. We didn't do that. I have been listening to sermon podcasts. There's one, I think it's Concordia Church, it's in Texas. Those are really nice. And then I've been listening to some in Spanish to try and keep my Spanish up to date and kind of, I don't know, 2 birds with 1 stone style thing of getting the Spanish and the sermon. So I've been doing that, but that still isn't the best replacement, so we should try and go, but we have been thinking about it. Complete 2 Coursera courses. Finished the financial markets course earlier this year. I still haven't picked out what I'm doing yet next. I think it'll probably be a chemistry course to just kind of refresh, get more familiar with that. Duolingo, master all the skills. I did this once and then they changed it to crowns instead, so I have to start over somewhat. And I've actually been looking at the Italian one a little bit more before our trip, so I haven't gotten super far on the Spanish one. I'm counting that as achieved because I saw it once before they switched the whole program. And then Race hasn't made a whole lot of progress on his because he's been working 2 jobs and like crazy hours. So not to just be making excuses, but hopefully we'll get around to this and have more time soon. Miscellaneous goals, everything else that I haven't previously mentioned will be in this category. Host 2 game nights. We hosted 1 game night in April. We were hoping to do one this summer, but Race has been gone a lot of the weekends working, so we didn't get around to that. Hopefully we will be able to still do that here in the coming weeks. Attend 1 monthly social outing. So we did Zumba like we normally do. I also went to a friend's birthday party. That was actually a game night, yard games, indoor board games. It was super fun. I'm trying to think. I don't think I did any other social outings. I don't think. It's hard to keep track month to month, but we did do a couple, so that was fun. Visit family. We did not do this. Again, I don't know where the time is going. Both of my grandmas visited at the end of July, and Race's dad visited at the end of July. However, in August, we did not travel anywhere. We just kind of stayed home, and I feel like we were super busy working on the house or whatever. But I did do our normal get-togethers with my parents and my sister and brother-in-law and niece. However, we didn't travel out of town. Travel to Mexico, we did that in January. It was super fun. I got to hang out with some awesome friends of ours and my parents. Looking forward to going again next year. Complete 1 additional trip. We are booked for Italy. Preliminary planning has started. We're looking at going to Pisa and Florence and Venice. Possibly Verona for a day, and also down to Pompeii. If you've been there, love it. I am looking for suggestions, so leave in the comments or send me a message. I'd love to hear either what you did or what you would like to see us do on the trip, because I would love to do videos while we're there. So if there's something you want to see, let me know. We'll try and make it a priority to see that while we're there. The photo books, I did create those already earlier this year, so that is done. Handmade gifts, I haven't really started this. We'll see if that happens this year. Fingers crossed, maybe we'll make it. Make candles, haven't even crossed my mind to start doing this. We have kind of a mess still from our siding project. Make wax melts. I missed the sale, so I'm really hoping they have another one, and then we will make those. Canned 40 quarts of green beans and 100 quarts of tomatoes. We've done about 15 quarts of green beans and 40 quarts of tomatoes, including like salsa and stuff. I don't know that we'll hit 40 and 100. Those seem awfully optimistic. I think Brace was, I don't know, thinking he'd be home more for one. We've also been boiling the tomatoes down a lot more to make it more of a paste, a more readily usable sauce than before. We were doing like whole tomatoes, and it just seems like it takes so long to prepare anything from that kind of canned good. And the beans have just been slowing down, and we've been making a lot of stir frying stuff, so we haven't gone as much on that, but I still feel like we're doing really well for the year with canning. Complete one house project. We decided to reside the house. You can see there's a picture of Brace working on the house. It's a lot further than that. All we really need to do is put the trim up and paint. That might have been where it was at the end of July, but we're doing a long weekend this week to finally button that up, so hopefully we'll have paint, and hopefully I'll have a time-lapse video for you in the coming week or two here. Install basement windows. We did that in May, so that was accomplished. Contribution goals: volunteer a maximum of 10 nights a month. So far I've had 2 with school starting again, Society of Women Engineers starting again. That has started. I think it'll really pick up in September here. However, I don't know how many opportunities will be available shortly, as I actually got laid off today. That doesn't sound great in the goal thing, but I don't know how many people are going to want an engineering volunteer who's not currently working, which is a little backwards to me, because like I still have all the knowledge, I still have the mentoring capabilities, so we will see how that turns out. It might pick up a lot if I have more time here, or it might really slow down, so we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, I think we're doing fairly well with our goals. Hopefully we'll pick up the progress on some of those this month. Otherwise, what are your goals? I'd love to hear them. Please comment below. Share with me, how are you staying motivated, or if you're having trouble being motivated, what are you working towards? What could we help you achieve? So comment below, and again, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it, and thank you so much for joining us today. Like I said, don't forget to subscribe.